caring about what people think versus caring about people. And if you don't care what people think and you don't care about people, then you're an asshole.
Obviously, still try to say them in a way that's not super offensive, because if you don't, then you are coming off more of an asshole. Like, you can start the conversation, but then based on like something that she says, be like, well, I wasn't the one that was late. Because that proves that, like, you know, you're calling her out, but you're still doing it in this light way.
But you do, so.
Which you can respect her. Like, don't do vulgar jokes. That's respecting her.
That's a good time to talk about assholes are forgiven. So.
Because they're vulgar?
Well, no. It's like this. Look, as a guy, right? And I'm not saying to be an asshole, right? This is a disclaimer, okay? But, and the reason why I'm saying this too is because of this topic, right? Because when I'm talking to guys that I'm talking about this about, they're guys that are too nice. They're nice guys. Okay. They're pathetic in some ways, right? Because they're not assholes at all. Right. So what I tell these guys is this: look, assholes are forgiven, but nice guys aren't. So what I mean by that is, if you're an asshole to a woman, okay, you can apologize. You can say, "Whoa, sorry, I shouldn't have said that. That was wrong of me. Whatever." And you could come back. It doesn't mean you're gonna come back, but you can. It's possible to come back from asshole zone to being in good graces again. Once you go into nice guy zone, you're there forever. Once you're in friend zone, you're not coming back from that. Once she sees you as not a sexual option, she sees you as a nice guy or friendly or a pushover, you're not coming back. There's no way to come back from that. Hardly. I mean, maybe there's been one guy that's escaped one time in history, but it's not going to be you. So what I tell them is, it's better to err on the side of asshole, which, again, not to be misinterpreted. It doesn't mean be an asshole. Don't be an asshole. But if you tell a nice guy to err on the side of being an asshole, he's already over here. Guess what's going to happen? He's going to get over here. He's not even in neutral tone. He's still the nice guy territory. But what I'm saying is that they're worried in their mind that they're going to offend a woman and piss her off and she's not going to like him. But it's more likely she's not going to like you because you're too docile. And so instead, be a little more selfish, say what you think a little bit more, joke a little bit more, tease her. And if you go too far, she will definitely let you know, and you can back up and you can be like, "Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to
Well,
offend
and they
you."
shouldn't be worried about being an asshole in the sense that you're saying, because assholes don't apologize. So if you're coming across like an asshole, like you say something that offends her and you apologize, you will get forgiven, like you said, because assholes wouldn't apologize. They wouldn't even feel bad about what they said. Like, they'd be like, get over it or something. So if you say something and you apologize, you're, like you said, are in better graces than going the opposite way.
And we've got that quadrant, right? We talked about before that I made for my video of, nice guy, asshole, gentleman, and narcissist, right? And it's caring about what people think versus caring about people. And if you don't care what people think and you don't care about people, then you're an asshole. If you don't care what people, or if you care what people think, but you don't care about people, you're a narcissist. If you don't care what people think
and you care about people, you're a gentleman.
Yeah, I was saving that one for last, but
oh, sorry.
So that's okay. But yeah, that's true. If you don't care what people think and you care about people, and then the last one was a nice guy. If you care about people and you care about what they think, you're a nice guy. And so what we're really doing is we're moving you from nice guy to gentleman, because in your mind, guys that are nice guys, you think that it's just caring about people. And you think the assholes don't care about people and nice guys do. And so I don't want to be a person that doesn't care about people. But what I'm saying is there's this other thing you're not seeing, which is caring about what people think, which is different. And so when I'm saying be a little more selfish, when I'm saying flirt with her, tease her a little bit, it's you do care about her. You care about people. But you don't care what she thinks now. You don't care if she likes you or not. You don't. You're going to be yourself, your actual self, not the yourself that women often tell you to be, but the real self that doesn't care what other people think about it. And that's attractive.
Care about people as in you're not going to like be intentionally disrespectful. You care about, you know, like her physical well-being and things like that. Like you're not going to outright do things that would hurt her.
Right.
And that's the caring about her, but the not caring about what she thinks would be speaking your truth and saying how you actually feel, or, you know, being a little flirty or throwing some things in there that might make someone get a little butthurt. But and seeing how she feels, and if she gets offended, you apologize because you don't want to hurt her.
Right.
And you're not intentionally trying to hurt her with the things that you're saying. And that's what makes you a gentleman. And, you know, apologizing, like I said, assholes don't apologize because they don't care about people. They don't care if that hurt her feelings, but you do. So, you know, have the confidence in that and the confidence in who you are. Like you said, like, don't be afraid to say things about how you feel.
Right.
Obviously, still try to say them in a way that's not super offensive because if you don't, then you are coming off more of an asshole, you know. But you can always apologize if someone gets offended by something.
Exactly. And if it's appropriate, because it's like, again, that's why I say, like, err on the side of being an asshole, because assholes are forgiven. That's why I was going to say this is a good title for the podcast, is Assholes Are Forgiven. Now that you understand the context of it. But for example, let's say that you're on a date with a girl, she's late for the date. You might be like, oh, well, if I call that out, I'll be an asshole. Or what you're really afraid of is that she's not going to like you because you're going to say something that is going to offend her.
And you don't want to mess up the opportunity.
But you can do it in the right way. You can say, hey, you know, I don't really appreciate that you're late, you know, that I was here on time. It's, you know, I don't feel like that's very respectful of my time. Okay. It's not being an asshole, but a lot of nice guys would think that's being an asshole, right?
I think the better way would
it's
be you start the conversation. If she says something, then you make a flirty joke about, well, at least I wasn't late.
Right.
Or something like that. Well, just because
depends.
that's serious. Like to start the thing off really serious and then try to go to flirty would be hard. So I think if you want to make your point, like you can start the conversation, but then based on like something that she says, be like, well, I wasn't the one that was late. Because that proves that like, you know, you're calling her out. Yeah. But you're still doing it in this light way.
But you shouldn't be afraid to do it. That's why I gave the very plain example. I mean, the classic one that I always give guys is to be like, oh, wow, 5 minutes late. You know, that means, right? You owe me a drink. You got to buy the first drink. Right? So that's fun. It's playful. It does also say, hey, don't let this happen again. Like, I did notice this, right? And I'm not afraid to say it. So, but again, that's a little bit more advanced because if you're a really nice guy, I don't think you're going to be pulling that off. You know, I mean, maybe, hey, give it a shot, but it'd be better to just be honest and direct, or like you said, you know, do it in a playful, flirty way. You can practice it, but the point is that nice guys are never forgiven. So once you have put yourself into the friend zone with a woman and she doesn't see you as sexual, she sees you as a pushover or as a nice guy or a people pleaser, you're not coming back from that. So it would be, so if you're afraid of losing her and that's why you're acting so nice and gentlemanly, don't, because that's how you're going to lose her. That's how, not only is it how you're going to lose her, that's how these guys are going to get in situations where they're going to go on 7 dates and feel like the girl's stringing them along. Because girls unfortunately get pegged with stringing guys along when it's not justified, right? Because I'm not saying that girls never string a guy along, but a lot of guys think a girl's stringing them along when it's like they just haven't made any kind of sexual advance on her, have made it clear what their intentions are with her. And so she's just being friendly with them. Because what is she going to do? Not be friendly? It'd be like, you know, so you as a man have to take the responsibility of actually bringing things forward. Otherwise, you're not going to know.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with what you're saying.
Better than perfect, we stand.